Silversaurus here, welcome to a new video. So today we are having a little wrap up of 2021. So there's a few highlights. Obviously, if you're in the UK, there were some changes this year. If you're not in the UK, you've probably heard about them already. And last year I obviously did a video. It was some of the ideas I had about this year, what I might be up to, what I was thinking of doing. And yeah, this is just going to be a little video just to sort of go over the differences, really, what I was thinking about doing and what I ended up doing. And yeah, we'll get started. So at the end of 2020, the UK finished the transition period from the EU, the old Brexit thing. I'm not going to go into politics, but what basically happened for that, it meant that we couldn't, in the UK, buy silver from, the likes of goldsilver.be and silver2go, etc., without paying VAT now. So it basically meant that 20% extra sales tax for us Brits on any silver we buy. So it made it inefficient really to buy from abroad, along with other customs fees, etc. So it made more sense to basically buy from the UK if you were going to be buying silver. And whether it was a result of that, whether it was a coincidence, it meant that the premiums on silver were basically a bit ridiculous, I would say. So, it was typical for your silver, if you wanted to go to a main dealer, you might have a spot price of £20, for example. You were looking at 40 to 60% above that for your silver. So, £30 an ounce might have been typical if you went to a dealer and if you were buying silver in the UK. So for that reason, it just made it seem like a bad buy, to be honest. When, you can get gold easily in the UK, something like this Britannia, 3% over spot, 4-5% is quite high for a 1 ounce gold coin, but, sometimes even less, even around spot, not much over. So yeah, this year I've probably bought less silver bullion than what I would have liked. I would have been quite keen to fill the monster box, but plans change and you adapt and so on. So I didn't actually sell much silver this year. I did sell some gold. Basically, some of the gold that I bought in 2020, I was buying around the peak of the market. So I was also buying more fractional stuff back then. So I managed to sell, most of the higher premium pieces or higher cost pieces, if you like, this year, to break even or even make small profits, depending on what it was. And because of that, it meant that I've reduced the overall cost of my stack. The per ounce cost of my stack is lower. So, some of these pieces were, I can't remember exactly, but a little bit higher premium. I still have a couple of small gold bars which I could sell them now, but I'd be taking a small loss to those particular pieces. But on the whole, my whole stack, I could liquidate it at spot price now and be in the green nicely. So I'm glad I was picking up some good deals at the time. But if you were buying from some of the bigger dealers, or if you weren't sort of shopping around and perhaps didn't end up with the best prices, then yeah, it might be a bit of a negative equity situation. But in the long term, I think we'll be good as gold. I think we'll be okay in the long term. But yeah, it's certainly nice, not to have to worry about being in negative equity, if that makes sense. So for me personally, my gold to silver ratio was about 1 to 40 at the end of 2020. Now it's somewhere around 1 to 50, I would say. As I record the video, I'm sat around 22 ounces of gold, 22.3 ounces of gold. And in terms of the silver, I haven't just totaled it up. I've got quite an addition of junk silver recently, which I just need to factor in and weigh up. But silver, we're looking just north of 1,000 ounces. I'm not sure how much north. It might be 1,100, it might be 1,200, it might be just over 1,000. I will do another video to go through that. But that is where we are at the moment. So my personal gold to silver ratio has changed, a little bit. But the gold silver ratio itself this year hasn't been as high as what it was in 2021. And yeah, some of the other sort of small goals I had, there was, I wanted to get more sort of lower premium pieces. I did want to pick up a gold buffalo, and I didn't want to pay the, nearly 10% premium. So I waited and waited, and about August was it when I picked this one up. A very, very good price, and it's a stunning coin, one of my favourite gold coins. Not sure what it is about it, but great design on both sides. And finally picked one of those up. Like I say, silver, I did sort of change my habits. I wanted to fill up the monster box with the 1 ounce gold, with the 1 ounce bullion coins. I ended up getting into junk silver in the UK in a big way. So in terms of junk silver, we must have close to 10 kilos, maybe more actually. Not including the 50%. I know I'm around 5.6 fine kilos. So we must be over 10 kilos of junk silver, I would think, in terms of the pure fine, weight. We've certainly been packing that up and stacking it high. So yeah, I didn't meet the goal of filling the monster box. I did actually acquire some bullion, when I could get it under £20 an ounce. Sort of 19 and a bit, I was buying then. A couple of pieces I paid just over £20 an ounce for, like these two 10 ounces. But, out of picking up all this stuff at like the £16 an ounce, I guess, combined with the bullion I've already got, ranging from like £14 to £18 an ounce, it puts my silver stack in a very good position, especially when you consider what people are paying in the UK. Keen to perhaps swap some of the higher premium pieces out, like these 10 ounces. I do like them, but most of my metals, they're sat in the dark in a hole in the ground, in storage. It's not like I have them at home or on display or anything like that. So apart from looking back at some of the videos and pictures I might take, I don't really get to see it. So it doesn't really matter, whether it's something like this or whether it is just a kilo chunk, So I tend to pick up whatever the deals are at the time. Apart from, the odd coin here that you can see, like the odd dinosaur, just something that I like. But yeah, overall, stack's in a pretty healthy position. And yeah, it does sort of become apparent when you see all the stack together. It doesn't all stay in the same place, and it's very rare, like I say, that I see it all. But when I start to consider, there's a number of boxes and things like that that are, starting to get filled up, and you start to need to expand your storage option. It just makes it, it makes you realise that gold is definitely a much better option when you start accumulating quite a lot in the aspect of space that it takes up. Obviously, if silver's price were to treble and gold prices were to double, you would have been better off in silver. But, who knows what the future holds. It only really matters on the time you come to sell. So I'm not making any wild speculations about future prices or anything like that. I'm pretty sure that the value of the dollar, the pound, the euro, the yen, whatever currency you're in, pretty sure that they are, decreasing. We can see it with the inflation, etc. And I don't really need to explain that to anyone who's watching, I'm sure. So yeah, that is more or less it for the video. That's the wrap up of 2020. Is it 2020? It's 2021, isn't it? It's 2022 soon. So yeah, I do have another video coming forward with my plans for 2022, and I'll keep that a separate one. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like some of the pieces here. I'd love to hear what people are up to, how your year went, and what your plans are for next year, Just, look forward to some good discussion in the comments, and hopefully can learn a lot from each other and do better ourselves, moving forward. So wish you all a happy new year, and hope you all had a great Christmas, etc. And we'll talk soon.